welcome to Little Learners. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can use cars or other vehicles to help enhance your child's learning and help them to learn through play. Before we get started, don't forget to click the like button if you do enjoy this video, as it lets me know that I should make more videos just like this. Let's take a look at these activities. Activity 1. Matching sounds. This is a phonics activity. Here you can see I've just used some black tape to make some columns on the floor, and then I'm sticking some sticky notes with letters on them in each column. So I'm doing s, a, t, I and p. Then with my cars I'm doing that again so that I have matching sticky notes on the cars and on the floor. So these columns are supposed to be parking spaces for each of the cars, and the idea is that children match the sounds on the cars to the sounds in the parking spaces. This is just a really easy way to incorporate something that your child loves, which might be playing with their cars, with matching the sounds together. This helps children not only to have a chance to practice saying the sounds with you, but also to understand what each sound looks like when we write it down. So there you saw that the I went into the A parking space, and we could compare them and see that they weren't the same and then find the matching one. Activity 2 is a maths activity, and we're looking at measuring. So here I have a ramp. You can create a ramp out of anything you have in your home, and I'm just putting different vehicles down the ramp, and we're going to see how far each of them travels. So now I'm going to measure. Now you can use a traditional measuring tool like a ruler or a measuring tape like I'm doing here, but you can also get creative with this and measure in other ways. So here I'm measuring how many footsteps it takes to get to each one, how many footsteps did each vehicle travel, and you can use anything you like to measure as long as you're using the same thing for each vehicle. Another thing you can do with this ramp is to see which car or vehicle travels the fastest, which one goes down the ramp the quickest. You can also compare a vehicle to a different toy, so this activity allows us to measure both distance and speed. Activity 3 is another maths activity, and this is to do with counting. So I'm using those parking spaces from before because there's no point in wasting it, and I've just removed a couple of the strips. I'm using my sticky notes again and writing the number on the sticky note, as well as some circles to represent what that number looks like in quantity. I'm also doing the same for 2 and for 6. Now we're going to look at our vehicles and we're going to count how many wheels they each have. So we can use this purely as a counting activity, or we can add another layer to this and talk about addition. So for example, here we have 3 wheels on one side and 3 wheels on the other side. 3 add 3 is 6, and then we find the post-it note that has the number 6 on it. If children don't recognise the numerals yet, they can also count the little circles or wheels that you've put onto the sticky note as well and find the correct place to put that vehicle. Next we have this tractor, and of course we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels on this tractor. Again, you can use this as an addition opportunity, so 2 add 2 is 4. I also have this little bee here, which I love, and it has 2 wheels on it. Now here we have another vehicle that has 4 wheels, so we've put it with the number 4, but we can also use this opportunity to compare the two to see that they are the same, they both have 4. Talking of 4, activity number 4 is an art activity. Here we're going to be painting some tracks with our car wheels. My son is almost 2.5. He chose the colours that he wanted to use for the paint, and I looked through his cars and found the ones that I thought would have different tracks. So we have some cars that will create a thinner line, some cars that create a bigger, thicker line, and his fire engine here also makes a really interesting pattern, which he found really fun to compare with the other ones. This activity is great because it's really open. Children can create whatever kind of artwork they like. They can experiment with this however they like. For example, my son liked to try each different car one time and then choose the one he thought looked best and use that one, and then get another one, put different colours on. He also really enjoyed seeing what happened when the colours mixed together, so that's another layer to this activity. And at the end, you have some really fun artwork that actually looks really nice. Just make sure that you're choosing cars that can get wet because you will need to clean them, so nothing with batteries in or anything like that, and make sure they are able to be cleaned because some of these were a little bit tricky to clean afterwards. But we really did have such a lot of fun with this, and we carried on with this activity for a really long time. Finally, activity 5, imaginative play. Super important. So you don't always have to try and think of an activity to add to your child's play. Children learn through play, and so letting them just play, use their imagination to create narratives for their play is crucial. So here you can see my son Cooper. He lined up all of his cars first, and then he decided that he was going to get them to travel to different places on his mat. You of course don't need a mat like this for children to be able to use their imagination. More often than not, Cooper will take his cars to a different area of the house and not use the mat with the roads on. So here his imaginative play involved taking the fire engine to the police station. He said that there was a fire there. The ambulance went somewhere else to help someone who had fallen over, and then the bin lorry came along to collect all of the bins, of course. All in a day's work, and he really enjoyed just creating his own ideas and giving a narrative to what was going on, drawing on his own experiences. So children will draw on their own experiences to influence their imaginative play, and then also add on to that afterwards. So it's always interesting to watch and see what they come up with. I hope this video has been helpful to you. That was 5 activities that you can incorporate into your child's play when using cars or vehicles. If you did find this video helpful and you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, as that really helps the channel and lets me know that I should continue making videos like this. If you have a particular toy in mind that you would like me to make a video about next, maybe your child really enjoys dolls or really enjoys construction, just let me know in a comment below and I can certainly make a video on that kind of toy. Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you never miss a future video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.